What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing back at y'all with a video to see where Teo ranks at the 140-pound division, to see who he can beat in the top 10 140-pound division. Now, you guys know because I box myself, I definitely call the weight class by the numbers and not the actual weight. But, you know, 140-pound is the junior welterweight division. Now, I went to ESPN.com to check out the top 10 140-pound fighters. I should have box ranked each fighter to see who they face, top wins of each fighter, but I'm just gonna have to go off the dome with that. But I'm gonna talk about who I feel like Teo can beat. But before I do that, let's see what the other fighters have to say about Teo's performance last night. We have Arnold Barboza, who's definitely calling for him. He said this Teo fight is which means he's food. He feels like he's ready to eat. Devin Haney says it's shit. I thought it was a good performance. I thought it was a pretty good performance. But both fighters are basically saying like he's food. He's ready to be eaten. He's you know, they ready for him. And then Regis Prograis, he said, man, a good little comeback. But the dogs at 140 will chew him up. So let's bring in them dogs, okay? Now remember, this is off the dome, so I gotta remember who these top guys. I should have Googled this. But anyways, Jose Pedraza, I think he beats Jose Pedraza. I know Jose Pedraza got stopped by Tank at 135. I think he has a loss to Lomachenko. I know Jose Ramirez, and there's one other person I can't think of. Jose Zepeda. But I think Teo beats Jose Pedraza. I mean, I don't see much threat from Jose Pedraza at this point in time. Number 9, my personal favorite, Gary Antoine Russell. He's my personal favorite at 140. He has wins over Rancis, but Bartholomew, a lot of people feel like that fight was stopped too soon. I feel like that fight could have continued. He has a victory over Victor Postal, which was earlier this year in like February. I remember I was in Mexico when that fight happened, but I was still able to watch it. I kind of felt like that fight was stopped a little bit too soon, but I definitely feel like Gary Russell was on his way to the win. And then of course he has a victory over that Santiago guy who many people thought beat Adrian Broner last year when they fought. We have Subriel Matias, who I don't know much about Subriel. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I know he just avenged his loss, and I believe, if I'm not, y'all gonna have to fact check me on this. I believe he beat Bradis Prescott, which doesn't say much nowadays because Bradis Prescott was obviously way past his prime. But I can't think of the guy that he lost to, but then came back and beat. But good inside fighter, but very limited, man. Leaves his head there to be hit during exchanges. I think Teo would beat him, even though all of his victories are by knockout. So he does have some pop with his punch. And then, you know, Arnold Barboza, who just was at Teo's fight last night. He fought Mike Alvarado. I know he fought Mike Reed. You know, good fundamentals, man. I love how he does something that a lot of fighters don't do nowadays, which is very important, which is turning off of angles, man. Like when you have somebody trying to bull rush you, man, he'll pity pat, pop, then land a big one, boom, turn off of angles, bro. Very good fundamentals, man. But I think that I think him and Teo makes for a good fight, man. I think Teo beats him as well. Ryan Garcia, not much to really say about Ryan Garcia, bro. I think Teo stops Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is a good fighter, but his head, he makes a lot of fundamental mistakes, man. His head is right there to be hit. He doesn't move his head off the line. He forces his punches a lot, man. Especially when he throws. He has a very nice left hook, but when he forces his punches to be fast, which makes him very stiff at times. And I just think he's there to be stopped by Teo. Jose Zepeda stopped. What's his name? Oh, shoot, the dude that just lost like last month. What's it, Vargas? I can't think of his first name. He's decent. He's decent. I thought he looked bad against Hank Lundy when they fought last year. He beat Jose Pedraza, but I'm not too impressed with him either. I'm not too impressed with Jose Zepeda. I think Teo beats Jose Zepeda. But that dog at number 4, Tio might want to stay away from dude. Regis Prograis. Now, Regis Prograis, man, listen. Regis Prograis want the smoke. And it seemed like don't nobody want to fight dude. Regis Prograis, man, got a victory over Tyrone McKenna. Ivan Redcash, I remember that fight. A lot of people remember Ivan Redcash was trying to find a way out of that fight. But, you know, I'm glad they overturned it because Regis definitely stopped Ivan Redcash. Abel Ramos beat Abel Ramos. I think it was the first person to beat Abel Ramos. Had a close fight with Josh Taylor. Regis Prograis actually has gotten a lot better since his fight with Josh Taylor too. He's not. His punches have more pop with him. His punches are with more velocity, man. He's just an overall very good boxer. I think Tio can beat. I'm sorry. I think Regis beats Tio. Jose Ramirez ranked at number 3. Jose Ramirez is a dog. Tio better be on it. If Tio fight Jose, that makes for a fun fight. But bro, Tio better be on. He better be on his shit if he fights Jose Ramirez, man. Jose Ramirez is a dog. He beat. Oh shoot, dude. But it had just lost to the WWE looking fighter. Shoot, Maurice Hooker. He beat Maurice Hooker. Mike Reed. Shoot, I think he beat Jose. I think he beat Jose Pedraza too. I want to say he beat Victor Postal, but you know, lost to Josh Taylor, bro. But bro, that dude is a dog, and he definitely comes to fight Josh Taylor. I think that makes for a very fun fight. I think Tio wins that fight, but that's gonna be, bro. That fight is gonna take something out of Tio. But I wouldn't be surprised, man. That fight's gonna take a lot out of Tio. Josh Taylor at number 2. Josh Taylor, man, like, dude fought like back to back undefeated fighters, bro. But Josh Taylor's resume is so beautiful, man. Shoot, dang, I don't want to miss anything, so y'all bear with me. Shoot. Okay, damn, I should have Googled this. All right, let me see. I think I know he beat Victor Postal. He beat Jose Ramirez. Josh Catterall. A lot of people thought that Josh Catterall should have won that fight. He beat Regis Prograis. Ryan Martin. I think Ryan Martin was undefeated when he fought him. Omari Davis. That was a big fight in the UK. I'm sorry, O'Hara. I said Omari. O'Hara Davis. That was a big fight in the UK. O'Hara Davis got checked by Floyd Mayweather. That was funny. Miguel Vasquez. Who else? Ivan Bird. What's his name? Ivan Baranchik or whatever his name. I forgot the dude's name. I think that was it. I think that's it for Josh Taylor. But those are some very good names on his resume. Obviously, Josh Taylor being the undisputed champion at junior welterweight. Well, I think he just relinquished 2 of his belts, but the king at junior welterweight. And then number 1, they have Jack Catterall, because obviously a lot of people felt like Jack Catterall beat Josh Taylor. Jack Catterall, now I'm not too familiar with everybody he beat. I know he's been in there with Tyrone McKenna. I think he was I think Regis was the first person to beat Tyrone McKenna, but Ahari Davis, that was a good domestic fight. And he put up a very good fight against Josh Taylor. So as far as Josh Taylor goes, I don't know. That's a good fight for Tio. I'm not sure if Tio wins that fight, but that's the good. I think Tio can win that fight. That's a good fight though. I wouldn't bet on that. Jack Catterall, another very good fight. I think that just because of Jack Catterall's style, he gave Josh Taylor a lot of issues, but I don't see him giving that same issue. Josh Taylor was there to be hit by the left hand all night. I don't necessarily see Tio making those same mistakes as Josh Taylor. I think Tio beats Jack Catterall, but I think he has issues with Josh Taylor, man. Tio coming into this fight, or coming into this division, should I say, he has a lot to prove. I thought last night, he looked good per his opponent. It's a comeback fight. People don't understand, like, man, when you come off of a loss, man, like, bro, that can do something to you mentally, bro. And I've seen a lot of fighters come off of losses and just never come back the same. So I was happy to see Teo be Teo again. He looked like he was having fun in there. He looked like, you know, he's just glad to be back in boxing. I hope that everything on his outside life is going, you know, better than what it was. You know, Teo, it was crazy because on the interview, Teo had you know, I can't think of his name, but he was saying last time you were here, you were getting married. You know, now you're a single parent. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you know, life hits you, man. Life hits you, and it definitely can affect how you perform in the ring. But nevertheless, bro, I'm super happy to see Teofimo back in action, man. I can't wait to see what he does at 140. Let me know where you think Teofimo ranks at the 140-pound division. I don't think I gave a prediction with him and Gary Antoine Russell. I think that's a very good fight. Gary Antoine Russell reminds me of like a modern-day Sean Porter with a little bit more skills and less ruggedness. But anyways, man, I think that's a very close toss-up fight. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?